So, Lindsay, what a year.
What a year. No truer words ever spoken.
I thought it was a great year.
It was. I think all in all, it was a great year, but definitely different than what we've seen in the past, I would say 4.5, 5 since I've been here.
Okay. Yeah, it was, I say great year, but it was not without its challenges.
Yeah.
Without challenges of the market and all these things. But it was a good year.
It was. It was kind of like a getting back to the basics year. It was nice.
That's kind of, back to the fundamentals.
Yeah. Speaking of fundamentals, yeah. I mean, what were some of, obviously getting to the end of the year, you kind of look back and go, okay, what did we do good? What could we change? What does the future look like? What would you say are some of the top achievements of Morgan Financial for 2023?
Okay. Oh, gosh. Let me see. I would definitely start, let's do 3.
Okay, so let's go backwards because I like a good 3, 2, 1 reference to the Space
3, 2, 1.
Let's count it down. 3.
All right, so 3, I would have to say speed. You know, it's funny because out there in the marketplace, when loan officers or companies, they get like a quick close time, they shout it from the rooftops.
2 days, 5 days.
5 days, 10 days, we close. And we do this consistently here at Morgan Financial. I mean, our average day from signed loan app to clear to close is 7.61. I'm going to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it was 7.61 days from signed loan app to clear to close on average on all of our files.
So not just one.
Not just one.
Okay.
We do that on average on all of our files. And some files take longer, you know, so we have some that go shorter, but on average, I mean, we can depend on a very fast time frame. So I'd say that's definitely one of the most important things. Yeah,
definitely something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, okay. So speed's number 3. So what would number 2 be?
Let me go back. And most people don't understand how we do this. And so we do it because we have our team all right here. Like as more I think about this, it's like most loan officers, their mortgage companies are somewhere else. Ours, we're solely here in Brevard County.
Yeah.
I mean, our staff, this is our headquarters. So, you know, we have our operations staff right here, underwriters, LAPSAR VA underwriters here in this office. So we can get things done quickly. You'll never hear I can go on and on about this one, but you'll never hear our loan officers say, oh, I don't know, that's in underwriting. No, they can walk upstairs or they can walk upstairs and talk to the underwriter and say, hey, what's going on? But they don't need to because they meet every day on these files.
Yeah. My favorite part of bringing business partners by is introducing them to 4 underwriters. They're like, wait a minute, I've never met one. I'm like, cool, here's 4.
And they don't even have a pitchfork.
Right.
The underwriters. So, you know, it's like there's no,
they're not scary.
Devils. No, not at all. So good. I would say that's number 3.
All right. Number 2.
Oh, gosh. I know. This is easy. Education. So, you know, we did 51 podcasts this year. You know, we did one every week except one. I don't know if I was sick or on leave or something. I just couldn't get it done.
You deserve a day. You get a day off.
That one. But we did 51 podcasts. Hopefully that brought some value to our referral partners and other people out there that might be watching this in other areas. By the way, if you don't subscribe to the podcast, go ahead and do that now. Hit the like button now. You can take it back later. Watch all the way through.
Shameless plug right here. The only one.
But hit the subscribe button now. So look, it's that education piece. And we did bring back KYBOT, Keeping Your Business on Track, which is solely focused on the real estate agent and helping them improve their business.
Gosh, I'm so glad we did that. I can't tell you how many business partners were like, I need help. This is a difficult year. Things have changed. Give us the education. So it's awesome that it's back.
And I love it because I get to sit in front of a captive audience for an hour and sit and talk.
They can't get away.
We lock the door in the
Similar
vault.
to this podcast.
You're right. Please stay. But we lock the door in the vault. No, we don't actually lock the vault door, but they
provide food. We slide it under the gate.
That's right. But I do love keeping your business on track because you can, you know, it's an educational piece and it's not geared towards, hey, this is our products and services that we can provide to you. And let me tell you what kind of loans we do. No one wants to hear that stuff.
It's in real time too. Like if they're experiencing something, all of our classes are like in real time of what they're experiencing right now in the market. So.
Right. And we have a class coming up in January about ChatGPT and bringing that to the agents and how that can be a tool to help them out.
Yeah. And
that link is going to be below. So if you're local and you want to come to that presentation, click on the link below. Sorry. God, another shameless plug.
Second shameless plug.
I'm not shy about it.
Quite all right. You should. There's a lot to be proud of this year, and I think KYBOT and Bring Back Education is definitely.
Yeah, but here's another one. What is your title?
I am a business development representative.
How long have you been at Morgan Financial?
Almost 5 years.
as a business development
development representative, yeah.
Yeah, we brought that role in about 8 years ago. Yeah. And we did that to help provide value.
I think I was like third generation BDR here.
You were, yeah. And other BDRs that worked for us went to work at other mortgage companies. And that's great. And I love seeing other people that we've grown and brought up be successful other places. That gives me great joy, and I'm thankful for it.
Yeah.
But it's that's something we did to give. It was initially to split up the loan officer job. It's like, well, instead of being out, you can't provide good customer service if you're not in the office. Right. If you're out talking to agents and playing golf and
doing broker opens.
Don't get me started. Doing these things, you can't be in the office providing good customer service to your customers, which is what the realtors depend on our loan officers to do, is to provide good customer service and a great job and a great loan to the person they referred to them.
For sure.
And so we've been providing value like that for 8 years to our local realtors, and I know you provide a lot of education to the agents as well. So that falls under that education piece. Now I'm lumping a bunch of stuff in there, but education, without a doubt, I think is our second biggest accomplishment as a company in 2023.
All right. So drum roll then. What is the number one thing you're most proud of, or I guess biggest accomplishment for Morgan Financial as a team here for 2023?
We don't talk about it much. We like to, I'll say fly under the radar, because we just put our head down and do our thing. We don't
be the best at the basics.
Yeah, I think we have a great team here. We have an awesome operational team, awesome marketing team, awesome sales team, great support staff. And really, I'll say all that combined together, and we never talk about this, is really ending the year. I'm looking at the numbers thinking, obviously it's not the exact end of the year, but ending the year.
I think we're pretty close. We got, 4 days?
4, 5, 6, 7, who knows? No one really knows. But I think and I kind of shuddered. I don't really want to say this out loud, but being the number one local mortgage office, the number one mortgage office in town.
Heck yes.
Non-bank. Even the banks, we did more business than. And I don't really like saying these things because it's just not something I like to talk about, but I'm proud of our team for that. Doing more business than any other local office in town. Yeah. It makes me very proud of our team. We have a great team, like I said, unbelievable loan officers. And we don't do it with 30 loan officers. We did it with just a couple loan officers, and they all have good high volume. And it's just been an incredible year for that. Now, when I say incredible, look, there's plenty of challenges this year.
This year was interesting.
Plenty of challenges. Yeah. We went from it's feast or famine sometimes in this business, but we didn't have a famine. We did as well as we did last year. And next year, I don't know if we're going to get into that, but next year, I'm very excited about.
So that was actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. That was actually my next question. Okay. I always love to reflect on the year that you had, but then also like what's on the horizon. So. Ooh. Never a dull moment for us here, but are there any surprises or things that we can look forward to or anticipate for 2024? One
of the advantages we have that people don't think of, our company is here, right? Yeah. We're not a satellite office of a company somewhere else that just has loan officers. And the loan officers, it's hard. Loan officer is a hard job. It's a very dynamic job, okay? And it's hard to do that and build a business. Right? It's hard to work in the business and on the business. So this year, when loan officers were out there, our loan officers were out there scrambling. I say scrambling. They were doing their things, the fundamentals. They had to do them all day. They didn't leave them a lot of time to think. Well, I imagine a lot of loan officers at other companies were doing the same thing. Meanwhile, our management staff is thinking about, what are we going to do different? What are we going to do better? How are we going to improve the lives of the people we work with? How are we going to create an environment for others to prosper and things like that? And so 2024, I'm very excited about. I can't tell you all the details.
Any predictions? Well, I need a little something.
Let me do this. Okay. Let me say this. 2024, Morgan, you're going to see some stuff from Morgan Financial you've never seen before, and you'll never have seen done locally here in this industry. And we love to be first to market with stuff. So I get to sit around and dream up cool stuff with the help of lots of people. Yeah. And next year is going to be implementation. This year was all basics. It was going back to what we do best and the basics of what we do. Next year, we're going to add on to that.
I love to hear that,
Yeah.
especially when you say something new that nobody's ever seen, because we tend to start trends in this area, in this market.
I don't like to talk about that either, but yeah, we do.
When it came to broker opens, I mean, we were some of the first that
16, 15
yeah, to
years
facilitate
ago.
broker opens. BDRs, I mean, tons of people are getting BDRs now, but we were one of the first to
Yeah, I'm
implement
glad to see other people
BDRs.
do what works,
Yeah.
and try other things.
52 podcasts. I mean, we started with podcasts and consistency. I think that's probably the key to that.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
that's one of our part of our mission statement. We're
Yeah.
fast, enjoyable, and consistent.
Yeah.
And so you asked about predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me just say this. Our referral partners next year are going to be pleasantly surprised with the things we're going to do.
Love that.
And those who we work with.
Yeah.
Now, predictions for 2024. So part of my gut, I have what I think and what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think rates are going to come down, right? I feel like they're going to come down quicker than people anticipate. I look at retail sales data. I look at personal savings. I look at personal debt.
Yeah.
If you're maxed out on your credit cards, you're going to stop spending eventually.
For
You have
sure.
no more money.
Yeah.
And that's why we're seeing retail sales come down. Well, that all is going to come, and then it's election year, which is the X factor.
Yeah.
And no sitting president wants to look bad going into an election. I'm not saying I'm for one or the other, but I'm just saying it's general knowledge, okay? So I think that I strongly believe rates are going to come down.
Yeah.
But we're going to see the ups and downs in the meantime. There's going to be, peaks and valleys, and the trend's going to be going down to the rates. And what I think is that we're going to probably be, in the fives, reasonably in the fives or sixes.
Wow.
Through the end of this next year. Now, people are predicting to be in the second half of the year. I'm thinking it's going to come a little sooner. Now, that could be optimism, right? My gut feeling could be optimism.
I will will it to happen because I want it.
Yeah, we do. But, even if we don't, and we're still in a six-ish rate environment right now, which quite frankly isn't terrible.
It's not terrible.
And if the rates do dip, we've talked about this ad nauseum. We've talked about it for months. If the rates dip, then we're going to see a whole bunch of people come in and buy, and then it's going to be a feeding frenzy again. And there's going to be no sales concessions, no leniency on inspections. There's not going to be a lot of wiggle room, right? And buy now if you can. Buy now if you can. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice.
Asterisk.
But yeah. So my prediction is I think rates are going to fall sooner than people anticipate. I think we'll be in the fives and sixes naturally through the year. 2025 could go lower, maybe not. Who knows? One event could change all these things.
Right.
Well,
that's exciting. I'm excited for 2024, and also it was a great year in 2023.
It was great, but I don't want to say people always say like, oh, I'm so busy. Well, what are you busy about? It was great. It was great that we hit our goals for this year, which was awesome.
Yeah.
But it was a tough year, and it was a tough year, and our industry faced some challenges we haven't faced in a while. But I think it's good because I think people, realize that, they got to get out there. They got to do the fundamentals. They got to make their phone calls or do their marketing or do their prospecting on a regular, reoccurring basis. You have to go out and sell. It's not 2021 where you're just trying to gather as many deals as you can. You had to go out and find them.
It was a good year for figuring out how to hone your craft, going back to the basics and doing the fundamentals. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love it. Well, I love that 3-2-1. Thank
3-2-1.
Appreciate it.
I think that's it. Yeah. So thank you all. Thank everyone out there for a 2023. And we look forward to seeing you in 2024. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and do all those things. That's
back to the 3-2-1. That was the third plug.
I got to get it. That's right. Sell 3 times. But look, we look forward to seeing you in 2024. If you're a real estate agent in the local area, please join us for one of our Keeping Your Business on Tracks. If you've never been, I think it's a great value. We compile a lot. We are not experts in your industry, so to speak. We compile information and give it back to you. We've been doing this for years now. I mean, we've been doing it since probably 2018, I think is the first one we did. And so we look forward to carrying that trend through 2024. And stay tuned because you're going to see some stuff here and hear some stuff here that you may or may not have heard before, and we're excited to bring it to you. Yes. That's all I got. Thanks for helping us out, Lindsay.
Thanks
and Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and all those things. If I missed one, I apologize. We'll see you next year.